What were the biggest issues that you saw?
Well, the first half, there were loose balls, rebounds, offensive rebounds. I think they had 9 offensive rebounds. They zoned for a couple minutes. I thought we didn't react to that for a couple possessions, but then we got what we wanted out of the zone. I think we missed some clean looks, but really, as much as anything, the third quarter, there was multiple actions, and we have to be able to defend through a longer possession with those multiple actions, and that requires more concentration, more communication, and more determination. And those are the things that we have to play the defense on the level that we need to. And we obviously got that late, and getting those stops, again, it's reflected in the score offensively too, because we're able to play in space.
Just as a follow-up to that, where do you feel like the defense is kind of at overall right now, just because that's been kind of a constant talking point?
Yeah, it hasn't, we've been inconsistent as much as anything. We've had quarters where we've been really good, and then we had quarters where we've been really bad, and we need to just take our level up and our consistency of focus on that end, where it's defense is 5 guys, and if any one guy's got a breakdown or gets beat backdoor or doesn't play a screen a certain way, goes over or under instead of over, or, there's all kinds of things throughout the possession. And, Miami, they gave you plenty of opportunities to have those breakdowns because of the force that they played with in half court with a lot of their handoffs. If you're not up high enough, Duncan Robinson gets a shot off and, he makes it. So I think just making things, as far as the general state of our defense, we need to get better, is what it comes down to. So.
Well, it starts to each of the first 3 quarters. It just means you have to play from behind, regardless of how you close quarters. What does that change?
Well, I think the way we started slow with some of the mistakes offensively, some of the turnovers, and we're consistently making the same mistakes, and a lot of it at times involves making a simple play, and when that happens, it's very difficult to defend off turnovers. I've said that, and I think those plays hurt, and it's harder to raise your level again after you're taking the ball out of the net and someone's laying it in. So we have to be tougher mentally on that in those situations to be more precise with what we're doing offensively. We were just we were a step late or a little bit lazy with the pass, and against a team that is really active.
2 games in a row now where opposing teams have hurt you, especially early with their offensive rebound. What can you guys do about that going forward?
Well, we have to have a greater awareness of what my job is, whether it's you're in a rotation and you have to crack down on PJ Tucker, we have to be not only more forceful, but we have to be the aggressor in many situations, essentially, and build more of a perimeter instead of being in a situation, but where the ball's a 50-50 ball. That we've done that before. That can be done. Just building that perimeter, and a few of those balls, it's okay to have the ball bounce a couple times and then pick it up because you've blocked out. And that just has to be something that we're more committed to because it hurts us.
What, if anything, did you like about the fourth quarter? Was there anything fundamentally different there? Did you just kind of
I think that this is something, as far as knowing yourself as a team, to not have to have external, being down, to have the score dictate your urgency. And, even when we've had games this year where, there's 17-point lead, suddenly is an 11-point lead going into halftime, and a team hits a couple buckets and you have a single-digit game where, up 17 needs to turn into up 20 going into half. And so our focus tends to wane depending on the score. and that concentration and commitment to the things that we did to get ahead, has to be sustained. I just don't think we've had sustained concentration, which, against teams in this league, that you have those types of breakdowns on a given possession. A lead that you work hard to build, if it doesn't go away, certainly gets reduced, and then it, gives the other team confidence and energy and emotion, and then it's that much harder to build it back.
Is the ball moving enough for you?
Well, tonight, part of it is, if we're throwing the ball ahead and we got an open shot, that's how we came back. To the extent that, people are really packing the paint at various times. If we've got Donovan getting to the rim, that's good offense. When people are switching pick and roll, it builds a perimeter, and we have to move it and move it again. But that requires us to make quick decisions. And I think that's, as much as anything, whether it's a quick decision to shoot or to drive it or to move it, our reads have to come before we get the ball. And when we start doing a better job of that, I think the ball will move more. There's sometimes when we don't shoot it and look to move it, and we're moving it for a lesser shot. So I think there's a number of things that contribute to that. Okay.